You set goals, you have big plans, but let me ask you, when's the last time you actually stopped to check if you're on track? Most entrepreneurs wait until the end of the year to reflect, but by then obviously it's too late. But think about it, how many times have you set a goal in January only to realize in December that things didn't quite go the way you planned, and even worse, maybe you spent months chasing the wrong things? Well, here's the truth. Businesses that track progress every quarter are 30% more likely to hit their targets. The ones that don't, well, they lose focus, they burn out, they stay busy, but they don't stay productive. And it's not just in business. Most people don't realize that their personal life needs a bit of an audit too. Your energy, your health, your relationships, all of it impacts your overall success. That's why today, I'm giving you the quarterly audit you never knew you needed. A simple yet powerful check-in every 90 days that will keep your business and your life on track. And by the end of this video, you'll have a proven system to evaluate where you are, what's working, and most importantly, what needs to change before it's too late. Hey, I'm Chris, and for the last 20 years, I've been building successful businesses as well as speaking all over the world on the subject of sustainable entrepreneurship. Nowadays, I focus on working with experts and leaders to make sure that they build their businesses based around balance, not burnout. So let's talk about why most entrepreneurs never actually achieve their overall goals. Here's a statistic that might shock you. 92% of people never reach the goals that they set. It's not because they aren't working hard, it's because they aren't tracking their progress. Now, research shows that businesses that review their progress every quarter are 30% more likely to hit their annual goals. Yet most entrepreneurs only really check in once a year, if at all. And by the time December rolls around, they realize that they've often spent months focused on the wrong things. Very possibly their revenue targets are way off, and a lot of the time they're burnt out because they're chasing the wrong goals. And that's the problem. You see, we set goals, but we don't stop to ask, are we actually moving in the right direction? So let me tell you about a business owner I know. We'll call him Mark. He was running a six-figure business and he had massive plans for last year. He wanted to scale, he wanted to launch new products, he wanted to double his revenue, and he worked really, really hard, but he never actually stopped to check in on the progress. Now, at the end of the year, I caught up with Mark and we sat down, and by the time we were done, he realized something pretty devastating. First up, his revenue had grown, but his profit margins had shrunk because he wasn't tracking his expenses. His audience engagement online dropped because he wasn't actually listening to his customer feedback. Worst of all, however, though, his health took a pretty big hit. Constant stress, no time for personal life, and he felt pretty burnt out at the end of it all. He thought that he was making progress, but in reality, he was actually just running in place, running on the spot. And here's the scary part, he's not alone. Entrepreneurs are wired to move fast. It's what we do. But if we never stop to check in, how do we actually know if we're moving at all? So a quarterly audit is the difference between growth and stagnation. But if you want to stay on track, you've got to learn how to be able to adjust quickly and actually hit your goals. And if that's the case, you need a system. This quarterly audit is the ultimate checkpoint. Every 90 days, you simply pause and you ask yourself, what's working, what's not working, but most importantly, what needs to change? And this system isn't just for your business, it's for your entire life. From a business perspective, you ask yourself, well, what's really moving the needle? Are you making money? More importantly, are you keeping enough of it? When it comes to your clients and customers, are you working with the right people? Are they actually truly satisfied? When it comes to your productivity and your efficiency, where are you wasting time? Because we all tend to do it a little bit. As an example, an expert in the health industry that I worked with recently had realized, unsurprisingly, that 80% of his revenue came from 20% of his clients. But he was spending way too much time spinning his wheels on low value work. So after his quarterly audit, he cut all this stuff that he didn't need to do. He restructured his offers and he doubled his profit in 6 months. So that's business. But when we look at things from a personal perspective, all we need to do is ask ourselves one simple question. Are you actually thriving? How's your energy and your health overall? Are you sleeping well? Are you exercising properly? Are you feeling burnt out? When it comes to your work and life priorities, are you spending time with family, or are you actually really present with them when you do? What about your mental clarity? Are you still excited to go to work every day, or are you kind of running on autopilot? A few years ago, I worked with an entrepreneur that was absolutely killing it in business, but she was completely exhausted. And after doing a personal audit with me, she realized that she hadn't taken a real day off in months. Within 6 months, however, her energy and productivity doubled simply because she took control of her time better. So what needs to change? What should you do more of, and what should you stop doing entirely? What small shifts could lead to bigger results in the next 90 days for you and for your business? The idea of doing a quarterly audit isn't just about business success. It's actually about the quality of your life, right? So most people think that success is all about grinding non-stop, but the smartest entrepreneurs know it's actually about pausing at the right moments and making the right adjustments. Successful entrepreneurs check in and they adjust. Struggling entrepreneurs stay busy but never actually reflect. Which one do you want to be? A quarterly audit is your built-in checkpoint, your way of making sure that you're not just running fast, but you're running in the right direction. Because too many entrepreneurs stay busy, but they never actually reflect. So it's this simple check-in every 90 days that can be a massive difference between burnout and balance, and between growth and stagnation. So I want to hear from you right now. What's one thing that you need to check in on when it comes to your business or your life at this moment? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video has helped you in any way whatsoever to rethink about the way that you approach your business and your life, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone else that might actually need it. Because let's face it, real success isn't just about setting goals, it's about making sure that you actually reach them. I'll see you in the next video.